Good morning to everyone. So in the last class, we have discussed about why we will use SAP and which type of companies will use SAP. Okay, and advantages of SAP. In today's class, we will get to know about ABAP. ABAP abbreviation is Advanced Business Application Programming Language. So if you got a job on ABAP, then what we have to do in real time? Okay. Guys, if you have any doubt, then only unmute your mic and you can ask the question. Otherwise, please be in mute. Okay. Okay, fine. If you got any job on ABAP, then what we have to do? Okay. So we have to do only RISE W. What is this RISE W here? Okay, RISE W means anyone is not getting my audio. Anyone is facing problem.
No, sir, is it audible?
I think Shavni, you have to check that one because other guys are able to hear. You have to check your headset or speakers. Thank you. Okay. If we got job on a web, then we have to do RISE. What is this RISE? I will discuss now.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, so we have to do price W. So what is R here? ICEF like that we will discuss now. R for reports. I for interface. For convergence. We have to do this many of things only. Other than that one, we can't do anything. Okay, just we have to do these concepts only: reports, interfaces, convergence, enhancements, forms, and workflows. Okay, but actually, this W is the right workflow is the right. Now SAP divided this one as a separate module. Like some departments are there, like sales and distribution, purchase department, and production and planning (PP). So like this, some departments are there, like this. SAP is divided this one into separate module workflow. Okay, so now this is not required to run. This is separate course. Workflow is a separate course as of now. Okay, so we don't uh, teach this workflow now. We will discuss up to forms only. Okay, RISE only we will discuss. Okay, fine. What is reports here? Okay, in our real time we have no reports. Okay, what is reports here? See, uh, I have an hospital. Okay, in that hospital, uh, I want to get to know. Okay, so for one particular day, how many patients admitted? Okay, how many patients admitted here? So I want to get to know all the list here. That is one report. Okay, so after joining, okay, after admitting the patient, okay, the doctors will maintain some sheets here. Okay, they will maintain some sheets like when the patient is admitted and at what time doctor came and did we give any injection to him or did we give any medicine to him. Like that, they will maintain each and everything here. Okay, so after uh, 2 months or after 3 months, okay, so the patient will come once again to the hospital for checkup. Okay, at the time he will give one patient ID. Okay, so whenever he admitted at that time only, they will create one patient ID. Now after 3 months, he came to hospital for checkup. At that time, he will give only the patient ID. Okay, if the hospital people enter the patient ID at the time, they will get all the information. Okay, when the patient is admitted here, or which time doctor came here, and which type of medicine he has used here. So these type of information they will get. Okay, so this is one information. Okay, this is the one report here. Okay. or for example, you are using internet banking. So other time you are doing something dates. I want to get some transactions in between of 2 days. For example, this month first August to 15th. Okay. So I want to get the transactions from first to 15th. Okay. So I will give the from date and to date, and after that one I will submit. Okay. After that one I am getting something transactions here, right? So this is one report here. Okay. This is one report. So if you want, so we have to develop that type of reports in our ABAP. Okay, and coming to interfaces and in reports, some types are there. Classical, interactive. Okay, some types are there. Classical reports, interactive reports, and ALV reports like that. Some types are there. What is classical report here? Okay, you will get in-depthly whenever reports concepts come. At that time, you can get to know. Okay, yeah, no, just I am discussing briefly what is reports, what is interface, what is conversion like that. I am discussing. Okay, first of all, classical. What is classical report? See, the patient details are given here, right? Patient ID is giving, and I'm getting the patient details, right? So just I'm giving enter button. At the time, I'm getting all the details. Okay, so this is what classical report. Okay, there is no graphics, there is no images like that. Okay, this is what classical report. An interactive report is coming here. Okay, interactive report means same patient ID they are giving and they are getting something details here, but it is coming some dates are coming here. Okay, date wise we have to get to know. Okay, if I click on the date on the particular date which doctor came and at which time we have given the medicine, so we can get to know the information like that. Okay, so by clicking on enter button, I'm getting all the details, but for particular day, okay, on that particular day, I want to get the information. If I click on that particular day, all the data is coming here. So that is an interactive report. Okay, classical report means nothing is there. Okay, nothing hierarchy is there. Just it is displaying some information. That's it. Okay, interactive report means so something data is coming, something output is coming here. Okay, if I click on something record, so it is displaying more information about that one. Okay, that is interactive report here. And ALV. ALV is also like interactive report only. Okay, but in ALV we can add some graphics. We can apply some colors. We can apply some logos. So these type of things. Okay, in the graphical way we have to display the report. In that case, we will go for ALV report. Okay, so we will get to know these reports concepts after 20 days, I think. Okay, so I mean up to 20 days we will discuss only basics only. And coming to interfaces. Interface is nothing but yesterday I told you like SAP can connect with Java, Oracle, or PeopleSoft, or Oracle apps, whatever it is, other systems. So this concept is possible through interfaces. Okay, for example, I have one. Here I have one system, SAP system. Okay, and I have one non-SAP system also, like Oracle, Java, whatever it is. Here I have mentioned one ERP product. Okay, ERP product means ERP product it will give automatically all the tables and programs. Okay, and non-ERP also I'm giving here. Non-ERP means that product won't give anything. Okay, we have to create each and everything in the software. Okay, that is non-ERP here. Okay, non-SAP means I'm taking the examples like Oracle Apps and Java, and I will come to SAP also. Okay, I'm maintaining two systems here. First one is the non-SAP system, and one more is the SAP system. Okay, previously, okay, I don't have any SAP now. So previously, I was using something Oracle apps. Okay. Now I'm using SAP. Okay, now I want to connect with Oracle apps. Okay, because previous data, all the data is available in Oracle apps only. So I want to fetch something information from Oracle apps. Okay, otherwise I want to enter something data. Okay, I want to store something data, but I have SAP now. Okay, if I store something data in SAP, automatically the data will store in SAP as well as in Oracle apps. In both applications we have to store the data. So in this case also, okay, in this case also we will use interfaces. Interface is nothing but one mediator, like in between of two systems it will work like mediator. Okay, and SAP to SAP. See, I have one more company. Okay, so I have one company like one system company, laptop company, and I have one more company that is mobile company, mobile manufacturing company. Okay, in that mobile manufacturing company also I am using SAP software only. At that time I want to interact with mobile company SAP system. Okay, then also interfaces will come here. Okay, here SAP coding will be there, and here also SAP coding will be there. There is, there is no problem. Okay, so these two systems can interact very easily. Okay, but coming to non-SAP, the syntaxes are different in Oracle apps, right? The Oracle system may contain some different syntaxes, and Java also may contain different syntaxes. At that time, what will happen? Okay, some interfaces means some middleware conversions. Okay, some middleware conversions will come here like Delboomi. Some middleware converters are there. Okay, so we have to use some IDOCS concept for that one. Okay, if we are communicating with non-SAP system, okay, Oracle Apps, Java, Oracle DB2, .NET, whatever it is, if we are interacting with non-SAP system, then we have to use some mediator as the IDOCS. Okay, IDOCS is one interface now here. Okay, but here I'm using SAP only, SAP to SAP. Okay, at that time some RFCs will come. Okay, that concept you can get to know at interface concepts will come after 1.5 months like that. Okay. So SAP to SAP it can understand very easily. At that time we can use RFC. RFC is the one function module. So same syntax will be there, so system can easily interact with another system. But whenever SAP is interacting with another system, then it can't understand the syntaxes. At that time, we will use one middleware, that is IDOCS concept here. In that IDOCS concept, so it will catch the SAP syntaxes and it will convert that syntaxes to Oracle apps or Java, whatever it is. What is the source, destination system here, source and destination, it will convert according to those systems. Okay, so this concept is called here interfaces. And convergence. What is convergence here? Convergence means I am establishing one new company here. Okay, so my sales and distribution department, they will go to outside and they will collect the orders from customers. Okay, so in the one day, in single day, they have collected some hundreds of customers. Some hundreds of customers they have collected, means hundreds of customers have ordered something material. Okay, at that time we have to maintain the customer information in our system. Okay, customer information, I mean customer number, customer mobile number, address. So these all information they will maintain. Okay, they will maintain in an Excel sheet. Okay, now we have to enter all the data in our SAP. Okay, if we enter line by line, if we enter data, then sometimes the data entry operator may be enter the data wrongly, or he may miss some customers. Okay, so at that time what will happen, SAP has introduced one concept that is conversions. Okay, total Excel sheet I want to store in our SAP tables directly. Okay, we don't enter anything. Okay, we don't enter anything, just we have to upload that Excel sheet. Automatically whatever the data is available in that Excel sheet, all the data has to store in SAP tables. Okay, so this concept is called convergence here. Okay, so here not only Excel sheet, okay, it may be WordPad or Notepad or WordPad or Excel sheet, whatever it is. Okay, so the customer, I mean, they don't know how to maintain the data. They may maintain in Word, I mean MS Word or MS Excel or Notepad, whatever it is. Okay. At the time, we have to convert all the data into our SAP tables. I mean, we have to store all the data in our SAP table. Okay, so in this case, we will go for convergence. Okay, and coming to enhancements. Enhancements means, so SAP is providing a lot of tables. Okay, not only SAP, ERP product, whatever it is, ERP product. Okay, ERP products will provide tables and programs automatically. Okay, programs and tables it will give automatically. At that time, some changes will be there. Okay, some changes will be there. For example, one report is there. Okay, one report is there. In that report, I am getting the sales information. Okay, sales order number and customer number, how much quantity he has taken, and when he has ordered that one. For example, I will go to Flipkart or Amazon like that. Okay, so they may order something. Okay, at that time, they will get one sales order or purchase order. Customer will get one purchase order from the company wise. They will provide one sales order. Otherwise, billing. Okay, in your words, billing. Okay, so you can get that billing or invoice like that, right? So in that invoice, something data is coming here: customer name, customer address, and what the customer has ordered. So when it will deliver, like that, something invoice is coming. Okay, that is coming automatically. Okay, SAP is providing like that forms and like that programs, tables, all the things it is giving automatically. But this is a common thing for every company. Okay, this is common thing for every company. But I want to display something. My logo, company logo is different here. Company to company, it will change. So I have to add some logo. Okay, this is the customizing. Okay, I mean SAP is providing something program and something tables like that. It is coming something output. But in that output, I want to change something. Okay, I want to change something. So at that case, we will go for enhancements. For example, I will buy one car. Okay, I will buy one car and I will add something AC or something freezer. So I will add something extra in that car. Okay, by adding extra features to that car is disturbing here. Car won't disturb. Okay, car as usually it will run. But I am adding something extra features to that car, right? The same way SAP also. SAP is providing some standard programs and standard tables like that. Okay, standard programs and standard tables it is giving. We are adding something extra functionality. Okay, we are adding something extra functionality to the standard programs and standard tables, but without disturbing the program and without disturbing the table. Okay, the program should not trouble here. Okay, it should not disturb here. Okay, but our logic also should work here. Okay, without disturbing the standard functionality, we are adding something new functionality, a customizing functionality. Okay? This concept is called enhancements. And coming to forms. Okay, forms. Just now I have taken one example, that is Flipkart or Amazon. They will give some invoices like that, right? So the top they will maintain the something customer information, customer address like that. Okay, and after that one they will maintain. So whatever the customer has ordered here, okay, so they will give one table. In that table, they will maintain the material name. If you are purchasing any mobile or if you are purchasing any laptop, whatever it is, okay, that material name they will maintain and the model number and what is the price for that one when it is delivering. So I mean, who is delivering that object? So they will maintain this all information in that invoices, right? So this type of thing is one form. Okay, it is one form. For example, you are working somewhere. Okay, you are working somewhere. After 1 month, they will give one pay slip. Okay, in that pay slip, what they will maintain? Employee number, employee name, employee account number, or PF account number. So something information they will maintain the top or the bottom. He will maintain what is the basic salary for this month, what is the HRA, DATA, and any other allowances, or any deductions are there, PF or any tax deduction, something deductions are there. So after deduction, how much he is getting? Okay, total salary how much, and after deductions how much he is getting now. So this all information they are giving one payslip. Okay, so this is one form here. Okay, in SAP we have to develop two forms. Okay, and W means this is the different bundle. Now, not required to learn about this workflow, but we have to get to know what is the use of this one. Okay, workflow is used to identify the workload of capacity, workload of employee. What is the capacity of employee? How he is working. So this type of information we have to store through workflow. Okay, but workflow I won't discuss here. I will discuss only recipe. Okay. uh, or for reports, interface, convergence, enhancements, and forms. So this is the concept, I said concept only. And coming to project types. Okay. So after getting job, okay, after getting job, you will go to one client. Okay, they will assign you one project. Okay, what is this project here? What is this project? We will discuss about that one. Some project types are there, like I will discuss. These are the simple concepts only for understanding purpose. I will. Yes, implementation. If anyone have doubt, please let me know. You don't ping in chat box, okay? I can't check each and every message in the chat box. If you have any doubt, then at that time only you can ask the question. Okay, so in SAP, we have four types of projects. Okay, so you got one job here. Okay, you got one job. You went to the company after 1 week or after 10 days. They will assign you one project. Okay, what is this project here? For example, I am establishing one new company, that is steel company. Okay, so I will produce some rods, wires. I mean, okay, so this type of company, steel company, it is steel company. So what I will do, I will go to an IT company, okay, a software company, and I will ask them. So I am establishing a new company, okay. I am establishing a new company, that is a steel company, okay. So which type of software is suitable for me, okay? Which type of software is suitable for me? Hit me. I will ask a question like that to the IT company guys, okay. So they may tell some ERP products like uh, SAP is there, and PeopleSoft is there, and Oracle Apps is there. Like that, they will tell, and they will discuss about the advantages, disadvantages of those things. Okay. Finally, finally, I will approve the SAP software. Okay, okay, fine. SAP is okay for me. You can install SAP in our systems. Okay, I will tell like that. Okay, so we have to remember IT company or software company and one production company. Production company means steel company. Steel, that steel company is producing something materials like raw, I mean, something wires, something the rods. Okay, like that they are producing, right? One steel company and one software company. Okay, two companies are there, software company and steel company. Okay, steel company guys are coming to the software company and they are asking, okay, I want SAP. Okay, I want SAP. Please install that software in my systems. Okay, so the steel company is asking like that they are asking. Okay. So in this case, the steel company in SAP terms, the steel company is there, right? For the steel company, we will call like client. Okay, the steel company we will call like client or customer. Okay, client or customer, whatever it is, different terms will be there in different companies. Okay, a steel company is one client. Now, SAP is software company is there. So we are working in software company only. Okay, we are working in software company. At that time, the steel company guys approached us, right? So the manager who is working in the software company, he will assign 10 members or 15 members for that project, for that steel company implementation. Okay, so we have to install something software in that steel company, right? So the manager will assign 10 members or 15 members like that to that installation, right? So for that this is called one project here. We have to install something in their systems. Okay, we are from a software company. Okay, so we will go to the steel company and we will install the software in that one in their systems. Okay, and one more thing here. So if we go to the steel company, okay, if we go to that steel company, then we will call like we are going to client location. If you guys may talk like I'm going to client location. What is this client location? Okay, the steel company is available in Maharashtra, Mumbai. Okay, steel company is available in Mumbai, but software company is available in Bangalore. Okay, so the software people, the software company people, the employees has to go to Mumbai. Okay, has to go to Mumbai and install the software in these systems, right? So in this case, the employees will tell, I'm going to client location, or I'm going on project work. Okay, so they're installing something, right? The concept is called one project. Okay, and one more thing. Here, the employees are going to the steel company, right? So the steel company is one on-site here. Okay, on-site. On-site means we are going to there and we are implementing. I mean, we are installing something software in their systems. Okay, this is on-site. On-site company. Okay, in SAP, maximum people will use on-site and offshore. Okay, on-site and offshore. On-site means the company which is producing the materials. Okay, that company is called here on-site. Offshore means software company. Okay, software company is implementing something software to that company, to the manufacturing company. I will write here, otherwise we will get confused. I have one company that is IBM. Okay, this is software company. Everyone know about this one. Software company. Add IBM is it. This is one software company, and I have one more company that is steel company. Steel company. Okay, now the steel company people will come to IBM. Okay, so steel company people is asking, so I want to implement SAP. I want to install software in SAP software in our systems. Okay, so at the time in this IBM company, one manager will be there. See, the class will disconnect in 1 minute. Please reconnect it once again. Okay, so I have sent you one link, right? You just click on that link once again, automatically it will connect to next session. Okay, daily 2 sessions will be there, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. A steel company will come to IBM and they will ask, install SAP software in my system. Okay, so at that time in IBM, one manager will be there. So he will assign 5 IBM people. Okay, so I mean, a few employees will be there in IBM. Okay, they will select some 10 employees or 15 employees like that.